Hello, I have a Sony a560. Why would I need another Sony camera? Why a65? Well, I like filming and Sony can deliver a great quality, plus I needed autofocusing in video without sensor overheating. But most of all, I didn't like the focusing system in my a560. Let me show you what I mean. Here is the Sony a560. I am going to take first picture using the screen that represents the contrast focus detection. So far so good. Let's do it again, this focus check live view. When you press this button, the mirror flips up and light comes directly to the sensor. Then you press the halfway the release button for focusing and you can hear the shutter clicks. However, you haven't taken the picture yet. Here we go. There is nothing special yet until you look at the details. And here is the difference. The focus check live view mode works great, but it takes more time to focus and plus lots of clicks. With Sony a65, the light comes directly to the sensor through this translucent mirror. It's hard to judge from this picture, but here is the summary. You may pause the video to see the difference now. By the way, in Sony a560 and 580, the face detection even worse. If you don't really care for such a difference, you may not need an upgrade for Sony a65. The next thing is articulated screen. My guess in a65 it was inherited from a55. The Sony a560 actually has a little bit more convenient screen. After you mount the camera on the glide cam or tripod, it's impossible to turn the screen around without unmount the camera first. There you go. Okay, now let's see how fast the both cameras would turn on. I'm doing it almost simultaneously. Sometimes the a65 is lagging for unknown reason. This test, by the way, was produced after I have upgraded the a65 firmware to 1.6 version. The a560 has a bit more control buttons, so it doesn't matter, they were just relocated, some of them, in a65, and just different control. The great thing about many Sony DSLRs and Sony digital cameras is a handheld Twilight Mode. I like it. In this mode, the camera takes 6 pictures and processing them into one, avoiding any smudges on the resultant image. Sony a560 is much louder, but it has much faster processing, as you see. Well, because it has 16 megapixels and Sony a65 has 24. Let's hear them individually, how they sound. This mode is not available for raw quality. Of course, for distant objects at night with ISO 6400 it wouldn't give the best result, but you can still take a decent picture without a tripod. This mode works great in the daylight time if, let's say, you have a telelens and you don't have a tripod on you and you're trying to take a picture. This will just help you a lot. And JPEG quality, the a65 has a digital zoom. It's helpful if you have a prime lens and you're walking around and you still need to take a picture of object which is a little bit farther from you. It will help. Well, even if you have a telelens, let's say I took this picture with my Minolta 75 to 300 and the best image quality on 200 millimeters. So I'm just zooming in with digital zoom and here you go, the result image. The last available version for the camera allows you to assign the movie button to movie mode only, which is great, especially if you're not paying attention and you're just missing the after exposure lock button and pressing accidentally the record button, so it won't allow you to press. And only when you're in the movie mode, now you can press the record button and it will start recording. For manual control of aperture in video mode, you have to, unfortunately, you have to switch the camera in the manual focus first. I was hoping for the autofocusing for the whole time, but well, then you have to press function button, FN button, and then go to this menu which will allow you to select program mode or aperture mode, and using this wheel which I just shown you, you can change, well, you can control the shutter speed or aperture. In program mode it didn't help too much, but in aperture mode, as you can see, the screen goes darker or lighter because the aperture goes wider. And in the shutter priority, you can just control the shutter speed, which is helpful for the fast moving objects, let's say like rays. And a65 has a great feature as a focus assistance. You can select the sensitivity, the color which you prefer for focus and recognition. There you go. Right now you can see that it's manual focusing, and the many lights which you can see on the screen, this is where your focus is right now, so you will never miss the focus again when you're focusing manually. The creativity effects are mostly like toy and they're available in JPEG quality only. Here is some examples. As you can see, it's just mostly like filters. You can do the same thing in Adobe Photoshop or Lightroom. a65 has two steady shot settings. If you were filming and disabled it in movie mode to avoid overheating, for example, you will still have it for still pictures. The front curtain shutter will not make a big difference if it's on or off for still objects. It will help it if it's a fast moving object. So I turn it on and turn it off, and I took pictures. It sounds like it takes two pictures, but actually it takes one, and it's just sound of two curtains of shutter. It's different theory, I'm not going to cover it here. Well, I see no difference in the pictures, and you won't probably see this also. I never use the auto mode because it almost certainly would miss the focus, and it will miss the whole purpose of DSLR. I like the tracking focused, so it tracks actually very accurate enough. So you just point on object and press a button, and the object moves. Especially it's useful in a movie. And here you go, the picture and everything is in focus. This video was taken with Sony a560 in store. I just wanted to try lens Sony 16-50 SSM motor. How would they work? They work great, and they cost great also. So it's almost like another a65. And here is a video with my a65 and Sigma 18-200 lens. As you can see, the video quality practically the same. It's just a lens sounds a little bit louder. Not a big deal. Okay, here is a field test with a65 lens Sigma 18-200 DC and Audio-Technica Pro 24cm microphone. It's external microphone, and the autofocus is on. With all activity of daytime, you will probably not hear the autofocus motor. I didn't. By the way, I was filming using the Lightroom HD 1000. The autofocus is on all the time. I never turned it off. So later on you will hear the difference between an internal microphone and the external microphone. One is quiet room and just a little bit of ambient noise. Well, actually with a lot of noise you're going to hear this also. If it's external microphone, it's more quiet than this internal microphone of this Sony a65.
That's his crate.
Well, Oliver likes him, and he's very particular.
I think he's pretty. I mean, like he's done very well considering, like, that pack. So not a rough man.
Is that what you're?
We were parked down here. I wanted to go that way. I knew I couldn't go back this way, so I went out there and took me right on the 19th Avenue.
Is that the only time that you do that?
Oh, right. That's crazy. You're like, why can't you marry someone in the house with all these skills? Yeah.
I'll take a picture.
Okay, last but not least, I wanted just to show the different lens under the same light conditions. So right now it was lens Sigma 17 to 17. Inside, indoor it was slow, and outdoor it's a bit faster. Right now it's Sigma 18 to 200. It's a little bit faster. I mean, the focusing a little bit faster, but still it's not SSM motor, which costs a lot. This Minolta 28 to 105, which goes faster, and this is Minolta 35 to 105, which is somehow focusing strange, and I wouldn't use it for video. And Minolta 24 prime lens, it worked much faster than others. And the other lens, which is 50 millimeters with aperture 1.7, it worked also fast. But here's a big beer can 75 to 300, and as you can see, it works a little bit slower also. Well, here it is. This is my review for Sony a65 with some different lenses. Thank you for watching.
We love it. We need it. Excess. We hate it. We want it. Express.